7.9 billion, that's the population of the entire globe. Like every person on Earth combined, 7.9 billion, and the gamers are 3.24 billion of them. That is astronomical. So you might be wondering, okay, so where does this kid in the brightly colored room come into this story? Like, why is he speaking to us right now? What's going on here? Am I some esports athlete? Nope. Am I a CEO of a gaming organization? Nope. But I am a local church pastor. And I'm a local church pastor that dared to dream big before COVID was even a thing, and went, I wonder if there's a way to share God's love with that people group, with that group of people that are vast and are everywhere. Is there a way that it can be done? And I want to tell you a little bit about that journey and what got me to that line of thinking, because I've staked everything on this. My wife and I have poured our lives into reaching that, what back then was 2.4 billion people, now 3.24 billion people. I told you it's growing dramatically. But the reason why is because as someone who had worked at my local church for almost a decade, I remember sitting there and thinking the maths doesn't add up. The numbers don't add up. Because I'm looking at it, and statistically speaking, our demographic, our area that we live in, the population has increased dramatically. But where are the young people? I'm looking at this and going, there are still people at the skate park and on the soccer field and on the basketball court. That's where, as a youth pastor, that's where we would meet with young people and journey together. But all of a sudden we're looking and we're like, there are the same number of people around, and yet our population has gone up that much. How? And then I remember one day after church, just watching an interaction and seeing that moment when church finished, and where previously kids would run around and play tips and do all kinds of things. Instead, I saw one kid pull out their iPad, and then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 kids all crowded around, hovered over their shoulders, and were watching as the one kid was on their iPad, and they were taking turns passing around. And this all of a sudden was their social space. This was their norm. That gaming culture was there already, and a lot of people hadn't picked up on it, and a lot of people weren't keeping up. But I looked at that and I just thought, surely there's a way. Surely there's a way to reach them with the gospel and see lives change in a truly unique and incredible space. And that's where it started, and that's where it went. And from there, my wife and I felt so strongly in this mission. We believed in it so strongly that after almost a decade of working in my local church, I actually resigned from my job to take on this challenge full time and to really think this through and ponder, how do we reach that demographic with the gospel? How do we make that happen? And we did. And from there, the Pastor Skar live stream was born.